This happened many years ago, before cell phones were everywhere. Back then, we had pagers, small devices we clipped to our belts. Someone would send a number to your pager and you had to find a phone and call them back. I worked as an AV technician and was on call 24/7. My pager went off all the time, but if a number ended with 911, that meant it was urgent. I had to call back immediately. That said, I almost never got 911 pages. One day I was driving from Orlando to St. Petersburg on Interstate 4. When my pager suddenly buzzed, I glanced at the screen, an unfamiliar number with 911 at the end. I pulled off the highway at Plant City, found a small roadside diner, and headed straight to the payphones. It had been maybe 3 minutes since I got the page. I changed some bills for coins, picked up the receiver and dialed the number. 1 ring, 2 rings, 3, 4. No answer. What the hell, I thought. Who sends a 911 page and doesn't pick up? And then I heard another phone ringing. I lowered the receiver and noticed that 2 booths away another payphone was ringing. But this wasn't an outgoing call. This phone was receiving a call. Slowly I put my phone back on the hook. The second phone immediately stopped ringing. I stepped over to it, picked up the receiver, and looked at the number written above the keypad. Then I looked at my pager. Back at the phone, back at my pager. It was the exact same number. Except on my pager, it ended in 911. A chill ran down my spine. I could feel the hair on the back of my neck standing up. I turned to the girl behind the counter and asked, "Hey, has anyone used these phones recently?" She looked at me confused.
"In the last hour. Just you."
I left in a hurry, hands shaking. About 10 miles down the road, I saw it. A massive wreck. 4 cars completely crushed. A truck carrying steel beams, some of them had broken loose and landed right in the middle of the highway. Firefighters, paramedics, police, they were just getting started. I pulled over to help, but it was clear it had happened instantly if I hadn't stopped for that mysterious call. If I hadn't wasted those 15 minutes trying to make sense of the payphone situation, I would have been right in the middle of that crash. Who paged me? How was that even possible? I have no idea. But if it weren't for that message, I wouldn't be here to tell you this story. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you've ever had a real-life scary experience, share it in the comments. If your story is interesting, it might be featured in one of our future videos.